Hello, and I'd like to welcome you all to the old schoolhouse here in the hamlet of Butterstone for another wee half an hour Saturday night, which we haven't done for a couple of weeks. It's been pretty crazy. We had a fantastic weekend down at a couple of weeks ago down at the Carney Steddens, and had all my friends there. But the problem was that we stripped all the equipment from here to take it up to the Steddens to do the broadcasts, and so we've had to build it back up again, and I don't know if I've built it up properly. So if there's any problems, just bear with us and we'll fix them. Anyway, could you please welcome to the stage the wonderful Tatty Faces, who have just started talking to me. This because they were so pissed off at not being able to go to the Carney Steddens. And I was trying to explain to them that the reason I didn't want them there was that they're so good. I had so many special guest friends that I didn't want them to kind of overshadow the guests who were at the festival. But it was great fun. I mean, Jenny had a fantastic exhibition, and we got to meet some of the global choir people who came all the way, from all over the place to be with us for the weekend. So it was great. And so I thought I would start with this. It's quite nice to be back in the old schoolhouse, actually. It was all a bit manic, So let's hope it's all working, and we'll see what happens. This is a very old song of mine, which I thought I would have a go at. He is a farmer, and he turns our tired soil, watches as the water, once so cool, is brought up to the boil. His tired eyes from relentless seasons burn, holds him to his every word, and all the things still left undone. Look now, there's another page, another story. Look now, there's another reason why it's hard to rest in peace. And he is the sailor, and he sails on 7 seas. We know he won't let go till a storm has brought him to his knees. And he'll keep on searching till all the shoals have gone, and there's not one single dream that he can sail his ship upon. Now there's another page, another story. Look now, there's another reason why it's hard to rest in peace. The honest man, and we all know how he's been. And we all know his story, and we've seen it on the silver screen. his wisdom we barely try to say. His memory it lingers old, it will haunt us to the grave. Look now, there's another page, another story. Look now, there's another reason why it's hard to rest in peace. Look now, there's another page, another story. Look now, there's another reason why it's hard to rest in peace. Thank you very much, and that's my wee song about the planet, actually. And the last couple of days, we've had incredible rain here in Percha, and some of you might have seen the little video I put up about the burn down at the bottom of the garden. But there's this wee burn that runs at the bottom of my garden, and it's this gentle wee burn. But about this time of year, and it's been happening for a number of years now, you get these big rains, and the water thunders down. We call it the burn is in spate. And what's amazing, not just the sound of the water, but the sound of the stones rumbling down the burn. It's quite terrifying because the power of the water is moving all these kind of boulders down, and they kind of rumble, you know. And so it's brilliant. But I thought I would do this wee song now, and this was a request actually out of the hat, and I haven't done it for a while, so I thought we'd have a wee go at it. And this has got a chorus. I'd like to welcome all the global choir back to the old schoolhouse. And this has got a wee chorus, which I'll teach you to sing. But it's a song my grandparents were native Gaelic speakers. And sadly, my grandfather never taught my father to speak Gaelic. My grandfather spoke Gaelic and English, and he never taught my father, because it wasn't the kind of done thing at the time, you know. It was, in fact, people who spoke Gaelic were made to feel stupid, you know. And it's one of them tricks that when you're trying to take over a culture is you remove their language and you make it embarrassing for people to speak the language. In fact, I remember my grandfather, when I was a kid, there was an old lady that lived up from our house called Mrs. MacLean. She was from the island of Barra. And I remember as kids, me and my sister and my grandfather would take us for a walk. And then we'd end up popping into Mrs. MacLean. And Mrs. MacLean would make us a couple of glasses of milk. And then my grandfather and old Mrs. MacLean, she also spoke Gaelic, would sit and talk Gaelic. And as kids, we'd be fascinated, you know, at our grandparents and old Mrs. MacLean. But the problem is when you lose your language, because although I speak English, it's not my native language. And so I was taught by people who it's not their native language. And when you lose your native language, you lose access to all the great stories and all the poetry and all the kind of the use of language. And it's a very sad thing. So I wrote this song because... So what you sing is you sing, it's been stolen from me, taken never to return, rendered blind, I cannot see, back along the... I can't remember. I'll get it when I sing it. Back along the shining way we've come. So it's been stolen from me, taken never to return, rendered blind, I cannot see, back along the shining road we've come. So we'll do the chorus a couple of times. All right, guys. See the big smile. Well, they've always got a smile on their face, but they're so happy to be back playing. These guys, it's great. It's been stolen from me, taken never to return, rendered blind, I cannot see, back along the shining way we've come. That's the chorus. Okay, global choir, here we go. Let's get some vibes going here. It's been stolen from me, taken never to return, rendered blind, I cannot see, back along the shining way we've come. No more the singing tears will fall to wash the spirit clean, almost empty, almost all, blind, refused to see what might have been. Here we go. And it's been stolen from me, taken never to return, rendered blind, I cannot see, back along the shining way we've come. How can the lover's heart proclaim, once the poetry is gone, these naked words are not the same, stranded in some place we don't belong. And it's been stolen from me, taken never to return, rendered blind, I cannot see, back along the shining way we've come. And no more the ancient tales to tell, words to lead our children on, left unopened where they fell. All our timeless wisdom now is gone, and it's been stolen from me, taken never to return, rendered blind, I cannot see, back along the shining way we've come. Solo with the Diamonds. And so the children bear the loss. Oh, hear the old, what's been gained and what's been lost. Oh, hear the old. And it's been stolen from me, taken never to return. Rendered blind, I cannot see. Back along the shining way we've come. This is where you sing it on your own. Let's get a bit of global choir going here. And it's been fantastic. It's nice to get back into the old schoolhouse here with the global choir. I'm getting the goosebumps and the... I don't know, I'm getting the goosebumps here this the time. I think that's so good you should do it again. Maybe harmony or two. Go on, here we go. Oh, it's been last time, one angry last time. Oh, it's been stolen from me, taken never to return. Rendered blind, I cannot see. Back along the shining way we've come. Thank you very much. And I was getting the vibe here. I can get in the old schoolhouse. It's a bit cold in the old schoolhouse tonight, to be honest with you. But I'm getting the vibe here, and it's quite nice to get the global choir all back together and have a wee sing. And yeah, get your glass of wine out, or your wee dram, or whatever you've got. I'm going to do this song now, and this is another chorus song, which this was the wee song that was our signature tune during the whole lockdown thing. But, you know, things haven't got any better. And we've got this, over here anyway, we have a kind of, things have just become so expensive, and we have a kind of, a bit of a crisis. A cost of living crisis, they call it. And the heating and everything has been a problem for lots of people. So this wee song is relevant to that as well. And you sing, I'm just going to ask Jenny a question. Is it all working out there all right? Yeah? Yeah.
Messages about the stream, so maybe the weather's causing problems with the stream, but I think it's going out fine.
Okay, that's good, okay.
You tell them about our visitor.
What was that? Eh? Oh yeah, so we have a visitor tonight in the old schoolhouse. Jenny tells me we can see it in the video, and we have a little bat that's flying around inside the school, and it's and we've had bats in the school for years and years, and they usually go out into the outside, and they live up in the roof somewhere. But every now and again, one gets confused and comes into the building. And tonight we have a confused bat going. But usually they find their way back up to the hole that it came out of, and end up going outside. So we're not going to panic. And as long as it doesn't kind of come flying up this direction, but you might have settled down now. But so that was a request, actually. That song was a request for Eliza Gooden in San Francisco. And I'm going to do this wee song, which is... and it's got the most complicated chorus. But I'm not going to teach you this, because you're just going to learn it as we go along. And maybe I'll do one. Yeah, maybe I'll do one to start it off. So this is what you sing, and the global choir, we're good at doing this. So now's the time to get a wee glass of something, pour yourself a wee sensation, and I hope you're getting this all right, because, like I said, we had to rebuild the whole thing in here, and it might take us a few days to get it sorted out, and we've got terrible weather outside the old school tonight, so if there are any problems, that's probably what it is. Here we go. I'm gonna hold you up, on that you can depend. I'm gonna hold you up, on that you can depend. I'm the crazy fool that will be here until the end. I'll hold you up, keep you turning to the light, chase away your dangers, push your troubles out of sight. I'll hold you up, I'm going to hold you up. That's the chorus. Do it again. I'm going to hold you up, on that you can depend. I'm the crazy fool that will be here until the end. I'll hold you up, keep you turning to the light, chase away your dangers, push your troubles out of sight. I'll hold you up, I'm going to hold you up. Listen to me and I'll tell you what the old man said. It isn't difficult, believe me, it's all inside your head. We're standing here naked as the day that we were born. One step forward, another step, and then we must return. Oh, I'm going to hold you up, on that you can depend. I'm the crazy fool that will be here until the end. I'll hold you up, keep you turning to the light, chase away your dangers, push your troubles out of sight. I'll hold you up, I'm going to hold you up. Say we're on our own, but really that is not exactly true. We're all connected to each other, no matter what we do. And every action has a consequence that we may never see. The circle turning, ever turning, turning endlessly. But I'm going to hold you up, on that you can depend. I'm the crazy fool that will be here until the end. Hold you up, keep you turning to the light, chase away your dangers, push your troubles out of sight. I'll hold you up, going to hold you up. It's the tight Take a toast together wildly as we lose another day. All souls united, we wouldn't have it any other way. And like the dancer who with magic glides across the floor, we're all just Mother Nature's children knocking at the door. Oh, I'm going to hold you up, on that you can depend. I'm the crazy fool that will be here until the end. I'll hold you up, keep you turned into the light, chase away your dangers, push your troubles out of sight. I'll hold you up, I'm going to hold you up. Here we go, global choir on your own. Have a wee mouthful, and here we go. I'm going to hold you up, Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. We'll do it one more time. I'm going to hold you up, on that you can depend. I'm the crazy fool that will be here until the end. I'll hold you up, keep you turned into the light, chase away your dangers, push your troubles out of sight. I'll hold you up, I'm going to hold you up, I'm going to hold you up, I'm going to hold you up. Well done, folks. That's great. But we're a bit in ones and twos here tonight. There's this bat flying around the room there. It wasn't past. I felt the wind as it went past my head there a minute ago. But anyway, that was brilliant. So those of you know that we've been having this. We had a little kind of mini Perthshire Amber Festival, and every year we have a thing called the Big Knit, which my mum started some years ago, and it's been fantastic. And we raise money for our wonderful charity called the Serenians. If you want to go and Google that, they're a kind of charity, and they help homeless people in Edinburgh, and they have big kitchens, and they teach people to cook and all kind of really good, positive stuff, So that's where the kind of charity. So we've still got lots and lots of garments that people have knitted. I'm going to show you a couple of them here. They're just absolutely fantastic, and this year everybody's. Now this is my favourite thing here. Look at this wonderful big scarf. It's a Doctor Who scarf, and Doctor Who scarf, and hats. We've become experts on hats, all kinds of hats, and there's hats with turnips, with no turnips, hats with baubles, with no baubles. We have to advertise them because you can buy these on the Perthshire Amber website where the Big Knit is, and you can go in and look at these beautiful little gloves for somebody's knitted a beautiful little hat with little gloves, and they've got the names of the knitters on them as well. And then this blanket, which my mother, who it's the last one, who sold all the ones, but my mother knitted that, crocheted that blanket. And so go and have a look at, and this is beautiful. The tea cozy. Now, you don't see tea cozies very often anymore, but we always said, so maybe that's one of the things that people should be doing again, with trying to conserve energy and save heat and that. If you've got a tea cozy, you only need to make one pot of tea, and it keeps it warm for a few hours, and so that's a very green. It's a very climate. What was it? Climate friendly garment. That a tea cozy. Don't you think that's beautiful? So well done for. Well done. And I'll show you this as well, because Jenny had a wonderful exhibition of her paintings. It's the kind of first real exhibition she's had. She's not really into that sort of thing. A number of years, we used to have our own little gallery, so we never needed to have exhibitions, and we had our own wee office kind of gallery down in Dunkeld. But she had, it must have been about 100, and she's got this lovely, beautiful brochure. I'm going to show it to you now. And it's a catalogue, yeah. A catalogue from the exhibition, and it's got and you can find them on the website as well. But it's just beautiful, and I'm so pleased for her that we finally got that. It was an incredible amount of work putting all that together. But now there's some paintings up there for people to buy, which we haven't been able to do for over the years. So that's bringing us to the end of our kind of manic start to the. Once we've got this one over, we'll be back to normal again, because we get back, everything will be in place, and the tatty faces will be speaking to me properly. They're kind of just speaking to me because they're still pissed off about not getting to be part of the Perthshire Amber, the Shades of Amber. I thought I would do this wee song just to finish off, and if you want to sing along with it, you can as well. So I'm going to have a wee mouthful of Nigel's port here. And we're back to. See how we go with this. Oh, I've got a part. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, and before I do that, I was a request. Hold You Up was a request for Glenn Franks in Sydney, in Australia. I hope you're wondering if you're watching, Glenn, but that was for you. And this one, there was a request for Gina English in Inverness, up in Inverness. But I think you've been getting the rain up there. No, actually, the rain's more on the east side here, I think, you know. Great place, Inverness. I've had some great times over the years up there. He says I hear the music almost everywhere I go, and if I should ever lose it, well, I'd have nothing left to show. And I know I'm not the one to understand life's reckless ways. I'm just a little child who believes in everything he says. Some hearts will fill with wonder, some hearts will break in two, some hearts will wait for summer just like you. And if you feel it's fading, just turn it round to face the sun. The season's never ending, time will turn, time will turn. And he says, I know I'm wilder than anyone you've met before, and I may be standing proud or broken empty at the door, but I know I'm not the one to stand here naked center stage. Oh, I can be so gentle, or I can burn with rage. Some hearts will fill with wonder, some hearts will break in two, some hearts will wait for summer just like you. And if you feel it's fading, just turn it round to face the sun. The season's never ending, time will turn, time will turn. And I'm watching from a distance, worried for my fragile friends in this tamed and false existence. Oh, the tragedy, it never ends. But we're all standing hopeful, every day brings something new. There are those who find their summer and those who never do. Some hearts will fill with wonder, some hearts will break in two, Some hearts will wait for summer just like you. And if you feel it's fading, just turn it round to face the sun. The season's never ending, time will turn. Sing it with me, go on, Mom. Some hearts will fill with wonder, some hearts will break in two, some hearts will wait for summer just like you. And though the sea is fading, just turn it round to face the sun. The season's never ending, time will turn. Time will turn. Time will turn. Thank you very much, and that's my wee song, Some Hearts. And that brings us to the end of this wee Saturday night. Thank you for joining us again. I know a lot of you have probably missed it over the last couple of weeks, but last weekend it was Jenny's 70th birthday, and so we couldn't do one last weekend. But we're back in our groove again, so that's live 160. Can you believe that? Anyway, thank you very much for joining us. I know it's tough times. Things are cold out there. The heating's going to be a problem over this winter, particularly in the UK here. And so you just got to get your long johns on, and get the big furry coat on, and just. Well, I remember when I was a kid, actually. We had no central heating, and we had nothing. We had an open fire, and my grandfather and my father spent most of their time cutting logs for the open fire. But that was the only heating we had in our house, and and hot water bottles and things and that. But we didn't, it didn't do us any harm. We just got up, and it was just cold. But just cold. You just get big jackets and that on, and huddle around the fire. Anyway. Look after each other anyway during this whole carry on, and stay cheery and smile like a tatty face, and it'll soon be Christmas. And so, thank you for joining us. Thanks to Jen for panicking up there with the buttons that have been all reset. But and I'll see you next weekend. Take care.